Hello, my name is Abe, and today let's take a look at One Step from Eden. It has been a long while since I've done a Let's Look At, but I really want to do these more consistently from now on, possibly if I can find the time once per day. So I thought I would start with a game that I know is well received, but I myself have not played much of. I maybe played half an hour of this last year, so I'm not going into it completely blind, but that's okay. One Step from Eden is a deck-building action game. In your mind, you may be thinking of something like Slay the Spire, in which case you would be half right. But unlike Spire, which is slow, methodical, turn-based, Eden is a fast-paced action game where you will be dodging attacks in real time on a battlefield, positioning yourself to cast spells from your deck, timing dodges to a pattern or a rhythm. It actually plays a lot more like Crypt of the Necrodancer, more like Decromancer, am I right? That's a great title for a deck builder where you play the bad guy, a la Eratus. So let's check it out. Let's jump into a run with the starting character, which is Saffron. A military scientist, she's adept with all types of spells. She starts with 4 spells in her deck, so, you know, in Aspire you would start with 10, in Monster Train you would start with like 15 cards in your starting deck. We have an artifact and a weapon, and we have different costumes or styles of character that we can play as. We can see what all of the starting equipment is. Our weapon is Field Bracer. We can fire little bolts of magic. We have Second Soul. On death, heals 600 HP, works once, that's our artifact. And then we have 4 spells. And we can also, if we hold the right trigger, we can preview what the spell does. So Thunder hits 4 tiles away for 100 damage. And you can see here in the preview above the spell, first of all, you can see how the combat works in the game. There's 2 sides of the battlefield. We play on the left side, the enemies are on the right. And you cast spells to the other side of the battlefield. So Thunder attacks 4 tiles away. That's that indicator that you see in the red grid. And then we have Kinetic Wave. It hits 4 tiles in front, pushing enemies away, gain 2 Flow. Flow is a status effect combo archetype. And we can see exactly how Flow works by looking at the preview. It pushes targets and does 40 damage up to 4 times. Step Slash dashes forward and hits enemies in front. Anchor, you can see on the left, means you cannot act or move while casting the spell. And you can see that it pulls you forward and then you do an attack. And then Frostbolt. Fire a shot that applies frost, and the frost status effect means that if you stack 3 times, it deals 150 bonus damage. So it's just a shot that can hit not only 4 tiles away, but 1 to 8 tiles away if you just line up the shot and shoot it. And then when you hit that 3rd frost, it does 150 damage. So let's jump into a run here as we figure out what's going on. Normal game mode, start. And we approach the forest. So use the directions to move. This is the tutorial. You can hold right trigger to auto-cast your weapon. A and B are your spells. I'm playing with a controller, obviously. Once all spells are used, they come back. This is a deck builder, and so the spells in your deck are randomly assigned to you. Well, they're randomly given to you in a specific order. You can see that at the bottom of the screen, there's going to be a mana counter. Currently it says 1 of 4, 2 of 4 in this example here. And then your spells are on your A and B active slots. The spells are also displayed above your head while you're on the grid, so you don't have to always look at the bottom of the screen. And left trigger is a shuffle. You can shuffle at any time. But the shuffling does take a moment. So the mana exists in this game, but unlike a turn-based game like Spire, you don't get your mana back every turn or every shuffle. You get your mana back over time. Mana regen is a thing, and you just have to wait for it to regenerate if you cannot cast any spells. So our first battle here is up against some sort of a green goo bunny who's attacking us, but we have Thunder, and we have Frostbolt, and Step Slash, and on our B ability, we have Kinetic Wave. This game's a little bit loud. I am gonna turn it down slightly. Oh, you know what? This guy is healing over time. That's why he's actually a bit of a pain in the butt to attack here. Flawless battle won, and now we can pick cards to add to our deck. Glassify, fire a shot that applies 3 fragile. Fragile enemies take 1.5 times more damage for 3 hits. That seems pretty good, honestly, just to do more damage. PK Fire, I get it. Fire a shot that leaves a flame on hit. Honestly, just damage over time's pretty good. And then Mana Potion. Catch this to restore 2 mana. So you have to know where it's gonna land, walk into it, and then catch it, and then you'll restore 2 mana, because it costs 0 mana to cast Mana Potion. I'll take a, like, PK Fire for just a little bit of fire damage. Why not? And we'll continue on here. Look at your deck with Start. You can practice using your spells on the battlefield until you go to the next area, and then X goes to the next path towards Eden. But I am also going, Start checks your spells and artifacts. You can upgrade spells, it costs 1 upgrade token. You can remove spells, it costs 1 removal token. And you can focus your deck. So there's a few mechanics here to talk about, but I want settings. I do want to just reduce the sound effect volume ever so slightly, because it's a little bit loud in that combat. You know, let's crank down the music ever so slightly as well. So we can move. We have, nope, that's not what I want. Attacks, step slash, PK Fire, Frostbolt, little fire ice synergy here. Our deck is here on the right. As we add cards, we hit these breakpoints, and you can see to the left of PK Fire, there's a plus 0.1. I think that's deck shuffle time. The thicker your deck, it takes longer to shuffle. We can remove a card with Y at the bottom of the screen. We can upgrade a card, but we have no upgrade tokens. So if we don't like a spell, we can just get rid of it. Like, let's say I don't like Step Slash, it's too expensive. It's gone. We have a 4-card deck. You can get really thin decks in One Step from Eden, it seems. And then we have a choice of direction. Hazard, Distress, or Hazard. And then there's other things in the future. There's a treasure, a camp, a shop, and then if we go up, we can actually get to a mini boss. Let's go into the mini boss, why not? So we're just gonna cast some spells at the thing that is firing a missile at me. We should probably like move a little bit more forward if we're gonna be using the, didn't have the mana for it. We're gonna be using this spell. There is a lady back here who needs our help, and I just kind of hit her in the face. I'm sorry for that. But we destroyed the thing that fired the missile at us, and now there's just one big old black dog. So, I mean, the game is fun, but also it is a little bit more complex than your normal deck builder. You know, we have, oh, she healed us. You have to be very aware at all times of what's happening on the field, what the enemies are, their attack patterns. It's so much more complicated than something like Spire, but it's actually kind of fun to have that sort of extra weird engagement happening here. Sequencer, catch to fire an 80 damage shot and gain Trinity 3 times. So Trinity is it's a status effect that affects us. Some spells in the game have Trinity, which means that they have a bonus effect if you have 3 Trinity, and other spells give you Trinity, so you can combo a Trinity gain into a Trinity effect. Cryokinesis, charge a shot that applies 2 frost piercing. It's actually pretty good because if you get 3 frost, it deals 150 damage. And then Magic Claw, hit a tile 4 away, applies fragile, does bonus 40 damage and then minus 10 damage on hit. So Magic Claw, I believe how this works is the spell gets worse as you use it. So you can see in the preview, now it's doing 75 and 60 damage, and now it's gonna do 30-30. So the spell itself gets worse over time. Will it ever hit 0? Yep, and eventually the spell will just do literally no damage. Okay, maybe not the best spell in that case. Let's go for our Cryokinesis. And we leveled up. We have an option to take an artifact. Slow enemies when frost is applied. Seems pretty good, actually. Enemy movement speed is halved. Gain spell power and 1 fragile at the start of battle. Spell power just improves spell damage, or gain mana regen. Honestly, you know, give me Choco Chip and maybe we can do some frost synergies here. And we can change our deck focus. we can pick and choose what types of spells we want. So for instance, Frostbolt and Cryokinesis, underneath the card, it says Anima. They're an Anima branded spell. Kinetic Wave is a Kinesis spell, Thunder is an Anima spell. So if we go here, we can pick Anima, and then we'll have a better chance of getting Frost, Flames, and Thunder. So can we double focus? We can. So let's double focus into Anima, and then we have a better chance of getting Frost spells, and maybe we can just build a Frosty deck. You know, you do want to build deck combos and deck synergies and whatnot. Okay, that one was relatively easy. It was one plant, and I don't even really know what he did. Jam Shield. Gain 50 shield, add 1 jam to your deck. So shield is just temporary health. And then a jam is, you can see it on the right, does nothing, consume anchor, costs 2 mana. So you have to spend 2 mana later to gain 50 shield. I mean, gaining 50 shield is not bad. Frost Barrage, fire shot that applies frost in 3 rows, so it's easy to hit with. Seems good. Dash forward, hitting 4 tiles, removes shield from target's anchor, step, pierce. You know what? If it doesn't have frost in the title, I don't want it. So we could take Frost Barrage. Deals 40 damage, but we have, let's skip this reward. We have frost spells in our deck. It seems like in One Step from Eden, it's very easy to build thin decks. You know, it's very easy to not overfill your deck with stuff that you might not want. So there's it's a little confusing of a fight here. I'm looking at the icons above my head. Oh, I almost hit the lady, I think. I'm looking at the icons above my head to have an indication of what's going on, because there's a lot happening. You have to remember the symbols for your spells, what's going on. 10% damage to launch a 40 damage missile when a spell hits an enemy. Gain 3 luck. Luck raises loot rarity, but also raises difficulty. Sure, give me a luck box. Raise my loot rarity. Maybe we can get like a rare card. And I will go for treasure. And we just have to bust down this chest, which is healing. Fantastic. It's another one of these chests. Hold on. We got it. And we pick up the money. And we break the crystals. I think this is money. Dead enemies leave a flame behind. Flame deals 140 damage over 5 seconds. Sure. I mean, it's no downside. A gun turret? Okay, I didn't know there were gun turrets. Summon a gun turret with 120 damage? No, health. And it costs 3 mana. That's pretty hilarious. Ramjet, fire a homing missile that cracks a tile, increases next shuffle time by 2 seconds. Maybe you don't want this in a thin deck. Fire a trail of spikes that follow your movement and apply frost. Oh, I see. So if you move up or down, it'll stay on the same row as you. Honestly, I like the spells that we have in the deck. I wanna keep going with what I have, because unlike a game like Spire, I feel like you don't necessarily want to have the most cards in your deck. You know, you don't have basics that you're trying to get rid of. You can have an extremely thin deck early in this game. Firewall creates a column of flames 4 tiles away. Cold Medicine heals the target for 40 and applies 2 frost. I see, so it heals them for 40, but it essentially does like 100 damage, because 3 frost is 150 damage, and then Mini Thunder, for 0 it does 40 damage. I'm still not taking anything. Maybe I'm thinking about this game a little bit, incorrectly here, but I want thin decks. I've played Spire, I know the benefit of a thin deck, even though I don't always follow my own advice on that. So this is a boss. It is... You're going down this time, Saf. Do we like know each other? You are firing rockets, which is a little bit unfortunate. You also apparently have like 2 armor, and you have launched a flamethrower on my side of the field. You've also launched a turret. So I guess you are, with your big wrench, I imagine this is kind of just what you do. So I'm just casting my spells. I think another reason why, oh God, I'm still safe here. I think another reason why it might be, what the hell? Beneficial to have, oh my god. Okay, you destroyed all of your things. I think it might be beneficial to have a thin deck, is that it really eases the complexity of trying to figure out what's happening. Okay, can I kill the turret? Can I push it? I killed it. I don't know what happened. There's a lot of complexity happening in this game, and so having a thinner deck is really nice, so you only have like 4 or 5 spells to worry about. If you have like a 30 card deck and you have to remember what the spells are from their picture, it's gonna be really confusing. So we've defeated the boss, they're on 1 health. We can keep them alive or kill them. I think this is like your ending. You can have like a genocide ending or a peaceful ending. Let's just leave you alive. And I don't know what the next biome is. So we've kept you alive. And I believe you might help us. Yeah, take care of her. You summoned a turret in my way, which is making it really hard for me to hit this guy, but at least I can toss in one thunderbolt. Very, very frightening me. Dead enemies do leave behind a flame. Blizzard. Slowly rain down shots that apply frost. 5 mana, but it does 20 times 6 times 8 damage. What? I mean, that seems like a great spell. It seems hard as hell to play, but it also has like a gold border, so it's like a rare card. That seems like a really fun spell, but I don't have 5 mana, I have 3. And then Ring of Fire just creates a circle of flames 4 tiles away. That's pretty good, you know, it blocks off a lot of the area for the enemy. But let's skip our rewards again. I kind of want to go to a shop. I think if we go to a shop, we can buy upgrades and card removal. Maybe we can just have like a 1 card deck or something. So I'm gonna take Mana Regen as our artifact here. And then I don't know what a red indicator is, but it does extend to the shop, which is where I wanted to go. I don't know, that seems a little scary. Hazard, mini boss, treasure. You know, I want to go to the mini boss and the treasure. What happened? Oh, I think our friend fired a turret, which, ow. Don't attack that guy. I think our friend fired a turret, which I want to keep you here. You're following me, but I want to keep you right here. Our friend fired a turret, which just like killed the money grubber thing. So hold on. Yes. I had to make sure it was the right spell. Oh, we don't even have to kill the turret. Okay. I was trying to pay attention to my spells so I didn't kill the woman behind the enemy. Mini Thunder. Flow. Oh, these are upgraded cards. Double cast plus mana cost. Wide piercing shot pushes targets up. Fire a zigzagging shot, 25% chance to hit twice. Or Mini Thunder, gain flow, gain 1 flow. Gains 2 flow? I don't know. I don't want the cards. I don't want to add this much confusion to my run here. Okay, attack. That thing is following, so we gotta be very careful about moving. I think this enemy is just, whoops. I think this enemy is just stationary. So we just have to attack when possible. Pull enemies closer to you, anchor, 1 times 8. Fire a bouncing diagonal beam. On flow, return this to your deck, anchor. If it doesn't have frost in the title, I don't want it. But it's, you know, it's an indication of the quality of our starting deck here, that like we're still, you know, relatively easily handling the situation. Hold on. You I walked into that bullet. You move. I'm shuffling. They see me shuffling. Got it. You know, it's an indication of the power of the starting cards here that we can handle fights without having to upgrade our deck, add more cards. Our starting deck is perfectly fine. When an enemy dies, transfer poison to another enemy or heal. Well, I don't have poison, so we might as well heal for 150. It's pretty good. Gain 1 max mana. If below 50% health, start battles with 3 spell power and haste. Gain 2 shield when you're hit. I kind of just want max mana so that we can maybe take better spells, like something that it costs 5. That would be awesome. This is an armored chest, so it's really hard to kill. I think we got it though. So we kill the crystals, we get the money. If that is what, I think it is money. Gain mana regen, lose 300 max HP, Lily. It has a purple border, which makes me think that it's pretty good. So I'm gonna take it for mana regen. Blast crystals, summon 2 crystals that fire a shot when destroyed. Interesting. Fire a pushing shot in adjacent tiles until you move, gain 1 flow on hit, River. Firestorm, rain down shots that leave flames. 30 times 4 times 3. I mean, we could take it and actually cast it. Sure, give me a Firestorm. I know it's not Frost, but it's Frost and Flames. Correction. Okay, you summon dudes, so I'm just going to attack you. I'm going to push you, and then I'm going to Firestorm you. I completely missed the actual target. Railgun. Fire piercing lasers, add 2 jams to your deck. So, jam is, some of these spells, they have a nice effect, or they're free, but then they add jams that you have to cast later. So Railgun is free, but then you have to pay 2 for it in the future. Ember just creates a fire, but it's free. And then Barrier, gain shield, plus 5 for each flow you have, gain 1 flow. So Barrier is just a block card. I'm still gonna skip. I don't wanna take cards. I'm loving the thin deck that we have. And now we're gonna be fighting Violet. You better enjoy this. Dance for me. Do we have to actually dance? I think we do. So the red ones you dodge, the green ones are good. The game has already taught me that we should be attacking. The game has already taught me that the green indicators on the ground are like healing or money. The red ones on the ground are the enemy's attacks. So this is a very pattern. It's actually going with the music too, which is cool. It's a very pattern-focused boss. I'm good at patterns. I played freaking Guitar Hero before. So I can see we're gaining armor and then we're losing the armor when they actually attack. This game is like right up my alley. Why did I never play this? This is a fun game. It's a deck builder, but then you also have the element of you're in control of what's happening. You're in control of your deck. You're in control of what you take. And it's an action game as opposed to a slow methodical game. So, instead of taking 30 minutes thinking about a move and slay the spire, you're like, I'm just gonna dodge to the beat and fire my PK fire, lightning bolt. So let's go to Violet, or Violet. I don't know how to read this screen at all. So we'll go to Violet, even though we fought Violet. We've healed Violet and we've gotten healed by Violet. Ready. Well, I mean, thanks for attacking the chest. I can help, actually. And okay, we still have to kill this guy. What do? You fire shots, which will hurt me and my turret. I guess you're a cactus, right? So every time I attack you, you attack back. Miracle, small chance to deal 999 damage when you hit a target. That seems like a good artifact. Shot heals and then applies 2 frost. Mana potion, shard toss. Summon 2 shards on random enemy tiles that explode for 50 damage after 2.5 seconds. That seems pretty good, but it's also not the archetype that I want. My archetype is hopefully going to be a lot of frost. So I don't know what red path is. Maybe it's just a harder path. I don't know what happened. The background is now like covered in blood, There's also a woman on the top right I would like to keep alive, but I'm sorry, but the Firestorm is more important. And she's dead. Well, you know what? I'm already at full health, so I'm sorry. I'm liking Firestorm. That's a pretty good card. Okay, so here's a Trinity card. Hits 3 ways, gain 1 Trinity. If Trinity is full, cast thrice. So if you have 3 Trinity, it fires 3 shots 3 times instead of 3 shots once. Ice Spikes, so we've seen this one. And then Rage, hit in a cross 4 tiles away, deals 30 extra damage for each flame. What does that mean? 30 extra damage for each flame on the tiles, or that exists ever? I don't know, but I'm still gonna skip it. Maybe that makes me a little boring, but I love the deck right now. I love my deck. I don't know what happened, but that crystal is gonna kill you, but I can't attack it. And it exploded and you died. But one of our people that we saved put a shield on the hostage, but I wasn't able to kill the crystal. Oh, you know what I could have done? Because of the shield, I could have attacked through the hostage and pushed the crystal away. Maybe that would have been enough. Freeze for 0.5 seconds to restore 2 mana, gain Trinity, Anchor. Mana's not a problem. Incline, create a shot on every tile in front. That's pretty interesting. I still think we skip though. I like what we have going on here. I still like what we have going on here. Feel the rhythm. Who is this tree man? I don't know who this tree man is, but he looks amazing. I'm just trying to stay away from the dog. The dog seems a little dangerous, and everything has died due to the fire. Firestorm seems like a great card because I don't even have to aim it. What the hell is this? Eternity Cannon. Fire a shot every second. On flow, duplicate the spell, consume, gain 2 flow. Fire a shot every second? Forever? Because it consumes. It's an Eternity Cannon, so you cast it once and then you just do 40 damage a second. That seems like a very cool spell. Wildfire, fire 5 shots from random tiles that leave a flame on hit. We already have a spell like this, let's not take a second one. And then Poison Tails, hit the back row, doing 80 poison and pushing targets forward. Let's take this Eternity Cannon, because yeah, it's not Frost or Flame, but when you play it, it will give you an Eternity Cannon forever. This seems like it would be very good on a boss fight. Gain mana regen, heal HP equal to the number of spells in your deck at the start of combat, so that's like 5. Gain 3 flow when you Trinity cast. I think I'll just take mana regen, the very boring upgrade that makes our deck better, and I kind of want to go to the shop. We have 400 bucks, 383 money in the top. So we'll check out the shop. Want to buy something? Just open the deck. Not that button. You again. Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card deck. We can buy spell upgrades and spell removal. What do we not like? Honestly, I don't really like Kinetic Wave, and it costs 2. Thunder at least costs 1. So let's buy a spell removal and remove Kinetic Wave. So now we have a 6 card deck, and then we can upgrade our spell, but also gain mana regen, restore mana when you get hit, gain attack damage, lose 200 max HP, increases weapon damage. I am not using my weapon at all, which apparently, what was it, like right trigger fires a weapon? Hold on, can I leave the shop? Yeah. We hold down right trigger and then we just get an auto-firing weapon. It does like 2 damage, I think, which is not that much. Can I attack you? I really don't want to attack the shopkeeper. This is not Spelunky. Spells, swipe. Hit 5 tiles in front, add a kunai to your deck. Orbital beam. How do I preview? Right trigger? Yeah. Fire beams 4 tiles away that break tiles. Interesting. And then we have Pacts. Lose 30 spell power, For 1 battle, gain 5 luck. Lose 5 money when you shuffle, heal 450. Refresh stock, donate blood, minus 100 HP for plus 20 money. And then I'm just now realizing all of these artifacts cost health, not money. Okay. Restore 1 mana when you hit, gain attack damage, or gain mana regen. I mean, mana regen seems like it's just always useful. And then what if we lose money when you shuffle and then heal? 150. Oh, but it's for 2 battles? I don't want to do that for 2 battles. Let's buy spell upgrades. Oh, we can buy more. How many can I afford? This many. I have 4 spell upgrades. Spell removal, I guess, you can only buy 1, but spell upgrades you can buy as many as you want. And then we can upgrade our spell. One cool thing about One Step from Eden is that it's more similar to Monster Train than Spire as far as upgrades go. There are many different ways you can upgrade your cards. You can stack them. You can have a card with 10 upgrades if you want, if you can afford it. So if you want 1 powerful spell, you can absolutely do it. So like Eternity Cannon, I don't know what we could upgrade this thing to do, but we could try to upgrade it. Firestorm we could try to upgrade, or we could upgrade Cryokinesis. Oh, I see, Piercing is part of the upgrade on Cryokinesis. So we could maybe make PK Fire Pierce or Frostbolt or something. But let's try upgrading the Eternity Cannon. X to upgrade. We can gain 10 shield, double cast but plus mana cost. That would be awesome if we could afford it, which we can't. Or Eternity Cannon with restore 1/2 mana cost. I mean, you know what? Can we do both of these? If we can make it cheaper and then double cast it plus mana cost, that would be great. I kind of like the idea. Like, it's gonna be a dead card for a while, but what if we just upgrade it and then maybe play this later? No, let's just like restore 1/2 mana cost, and then we can upgrade it again. Although it'll cost 2 upgrade tokens to upgrade it this time. Okay. So we can make it a mini Eternity Cannon, 1 mana but 50% damage as opposed to, well, full damage. 25% chance to leave a flame on hit. That seems actually pretty good. Yeah, so we'll have it leave a flame on hit, and then we have 1 upgrade token remaining. Let's upgrade Firestorm? Minus 1 mana cost, or bonus 20 damage. Bonus 20 damage seems really good. It's just a straight up upgrade. And now we're out of upgrade tokens. And there's nothing else that we can refresh stock, but we can't really afford anything else. Okay. Next fight. So we still haven't even played this Eternity Cannon yet. Let's do it now. Okay, I just took like 400 damage. Just cast spells. Just, if in doubt, just spam the button, cast spells. Ice Spike's Cold Medicine Reflector. Gain 5 reflect for 0.6 seconds. So if you know a shot's coming in, you can reflect 5 attacks. Still, I'm already confused by my deck. I don't want to add more stuff to it. Onward, Shizo. Hello, Shizo. Nothing personnel, kid. You shot me. You have put down bear traps. I'm going to cast my spell I don't need to aim. I'm going to cast my Eternity Cannon. I'm gonna... Should not have been there. I have jams? You've added jams to my deck? You son of a... Just whenever you're in a line, I'm just gonna try to shoot you as much as I can. Let's get those flames out there. Okay. That's a jam. You moved. I'm just gonna run. I have no idea what was that bell? Oh, was that Miracle? Did I hit you for 999 damage on a lucky shot? That's amazing. Okay, let's go to Shizo Rock Plains. I don't know why it doesn't tell me, like, where... Oh my god, in the top left it says what's going on. You have a big shield. I don't know why it doesn't tell me, what the name of the next biome is. What are you? You are a weird, horrible creature. I guess if I walk into you, you can't hit me because you only hit in front of you. I don't exactly know what happened, but something happened. Cold Snap, apply frost to all enemies. It's another spell you don't have to aim. Mana Steal, regain mana, cost on hit. Sorry, regain mana, cost on hit, gain 1 Trinity. If Trinity is full, cast this twice. Hit 5 tiles in front, add 1 kunai to your deck on hit. I'm not building kunai, I'm not building Trinity, and I already have cards that do frost. Just a 1 cost, 0 damage spell doesn't seem that interesting. Gain spell power, lose 250 max HP. Spell power doesn't really seem that good, because I think it only increases your damage by 1. Not like a percentage based, and we have spells that do like 100 damage, so it's 101. Poison has a 33% chance to not decrease or gain mana regen. I'm just gonna keep gaining mana regen. Seems good. We can go Distress, Hazard, or Combat. There is another shop up there, but there's also 2 chests. I'd rather do 2 chests. Lady, I can't. Hold on, shuffle, get lightning bolt. I saved your life! The firestorm did it! Hit all flames and refresh them. Combust. That actually, you know what? This seems like a very good combo for firestorm. Just keep combusting the fire and keep it going forever. Hit all enemies that have frost and leave a flame on hit. That also seems pretty good to combo with frost and fire. Create a column of flames 4 tiles away. I actually think Combust with Firestorm could be really good to just alternate between these and keep the fire going forever. I kind of like that idea. I'm kind of getting away from specifically fire and flames, but that's okay. We should probably get rid of thunder from the deck at some point. We don't really need thunder that much, do we? So hit the tile for 150, refresh the flame. All right, I gotta kill these things, huh? That seems pretty good. And the on fire Eternity Cannon's doing a pretty good job too. While you have flow, gain 5 defense, reduces damage by 1 per defense. Throw a blade, touch it to throw again. So you can just put a lot of blades on the battlefield and then, I see, it just infinitely throws until you miss, okay. Yeah, let's skip these. Firewall is good, but I don't want to add too many cards because I want to be able to get to refresh flames frequently. So we can either go fight a mini boss or go get treasure. Why not go fight a mini boss and then camp? Supporting fire, you summoned a, okay. So stay away from you. You summoned a, I don't know what happened. Everything died. You hit me. I guess I have to be further away from you. Our ally summoned a turret, which shot a couple of times and then died. Lose 1 max mana, gain 0.3 mana regen. We can't do this because we have a spell that costs 4, so we'll just take the bandage. Really ended up not being worth it in the end. So now we'll go to the camp, which is just a bunch of healing, which we don't really need. ... And then there's a bunny, which gave us luck because it's a rabbit's paw. I understand. So Eternity Cannon, Lightning Bolt, get away from me. Fire, then explode all the fire tiles. Dude, that's a great combo. I think that should be our combo. Permanently gain 1 spell power when you save a hostage, 0. Okay, so we should do more hostage encounters now. Reflect. Fire a shot that explodes, dealing 100 damage. And it pierces? That's good, but I wanna keep the deck where it is. It doesn't explode immediately, which is interesting, but I guess it'll do 100 damage to anything adjacent to it. Our deck is fine, I hope. Instead, we will continue on and fight Riva, who has a big shield, and we have bonuses of our own. Okay, I'm just trying to dodge. Get the Eternity Cannon. I just walked into that shot. See, we gotta time our dodges so that we are getting... What the hell? I'm just casting spells, basically. We gotta time our dodges so that we are dodging the ground attack. I think you're gonna die? Okay. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to dodge and just spamming the buttons, but it's kind of working so far. And then we can keep you alive and go to Riva. And we can keep healing again. And we can just keep healing with every one of these bosses that we kill. You put fire on my... Wait, this seems bad. Because if I try to... I'm just gonna wait here for a second. If I try to refresh tiles, will that actually hit my own square? So there is a bit of a negative to that. If we have fire on our side, we'll possibly cause fire to stick around or maybe even hurt us for 150 damage if we're standing in fire. We gotta be careful about that. So there's Blizzard again. This time it has 25% chance to leave a flame on hit. Earth Prayer. On flow, restore 4 mana, gain 4 flow. So that's a flow synergy card because the only thing it does is give you flow and restore mana if you have flow. So if you have like 2 cards in your deck, one is this and one is an expensive flow card, you can get infinite flow and infinite mana because it restores more mana than it costs, and then you can just go flow cast, flow cast, flow cast, flow cast. And then Jam Shield. Apply Fragile to yourself? That's a horrible upgrade. I don't want these. The one spell is too expensive, unfortunately. Oh, now it's not. Gain 4 money when you take a spell. Weapon damage increased by 1 for every 5 spells, or gain 1 max mana. I think we just want to gain 1 max mana. Now we can actually cast things that are 5 mana. But actually, our mana regen is really nice. We can cast spells very quickly. And then the combo, of course, is this, and then refresh the flames. Refresh the flames. We could even, like, super quickly shovel through the deck to just, like, keep refreshing the flames. And then the whole idea is that eventually the entire opposite side of the board is just going to be flames. And if it's all flames, then we can just keep refreshing the flames, and then forever the other side of the board is on fire, and then occasionally do frost. Seems like a worthy combo. Anyways, for right now, I actually do not have enough time to continue this run, but this was just a look at One Step from Eden. It's a very enjoyable game. It takes a little bit of concentration and focus to figure out what's going on, and I don't even quite understand what's happening half the time. I'm basically staring at my side of the board, and when I see a red indicator on the ground, I just move. But, and when I see a dog, I move out of the way too. Every video game, the dogs are the worst. But it's a very, very interesting deck builder. You know, if when you hear the word deck builder, people will say, Slay the Spire, but it's not. It's a much more player-focused experience because you have to actually dodge to a pattern or a beat. You have a thinner deck that you have to pay attention to. It takes a lot more concentration, of course, as I mentioned, and it plays a lot more like a Crypto the Necrodancer as opposed to a Spire. But as opposed to Crypto the Necrodancer, where you have to focus for like 4 minutes at a time, you know, keeping beat with the music, you actually have a lot more time in One Step from Eden in between combat to just take a little bit of a breather. Or, you know, you don't even have to, and you know, you don't have to move with the beat all the time. You just have to dodge enemy attacks, and there's just a dodging element to it. Anyways, this is a very enjoyable game. I don't know if I'll play more of it, but I could. If you want, you can just let me know that. It's a fantastic experience. I don't remember when this game came out, but it has had multiple updates since it was originally released, I think a year or two ago. I bought this game with my own money on Steam. I think it was around that time. I just never played it. I just did not play this game, but it's fun. One Step from Eden, fun game. And, you know, for now, we'll be looking at more games in the future, but my name is Abe. This has been Let's Look at One Step from Eden, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe, and support me with any of the links below in the video description. But I'll see you next time for more Let's Look At.